Welcome to Workplace, everyone. And today is a rainy Saturday, and we have Paula Cowan here joining us. And hopefully you've clicked on one of the links that you've seen showing that Workplace has a giveaway for free resume and linked up profile tune-up. And so Paula is the person who will be doing it for us. And so we just wanted to have a quick chat to find out who Paula is and what her experience is, as well as how she can help you. So let's get started right into it. I'll read you her quick bio. Once upon a time, I always love stories like that. So if you read her LinkedIn profile, it reads like a story. So I actually really like it. She worked in human resources where she was the proverbial square peg in a round hole. And her first career change was inevitable. So human resources was not for her. She moved on to a decade as a behavior therapist for special needs children. Very interesting. And she was in a place where standard procedures didn't work, and she had to throw out the procedures and write her own. So very creative and certainly motivated, I'd imagine. And this is where she developed a flexible coaching style and delivery method that she could adapt to different individuals, to different situations of varying levels of chaos, as she put it. Today, she guides her clients in charting their course for a new career direction. Her unusual background gives her a unique insight into the client's past and present choices. This allows them to draw out their past experiences, find common threads in their skills, and then construct an effective game plan. So without further ado, let's talk to Paula. Welcome again. Hi. Okay, so you were in HR for a while, and it didn't work for you. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
You're in human resources. You're there more to serve as an arm of the legal department. It's well, like most companies. Most companies are process based, and HR is kind of the gatekeeper of the process. And yeah, I went to school thinking I'd be helping employees with their career path and with their training plans and all that. And I remember early on in HR, someone was telling me it was a lot like babysitting. Like, why were you absent this day? Why were you? For the most part, I didn't really care. It's just like, okay, you need a personal day, take it.
Sure.
Yeah. So it's you're there to make sure the company doesn't get sued, rather than to actually be of any use to the employees.
Okay, that's very interesting, because I think there always is a lot of mystique around HR and what it is they do and how they can serve employees' interests. So it's interesting to hear that. So today, you bill yourself as a career strategist. And so we see a growing interest and development of people who assist other people with their careers. And there are people out there that are career strategists. There are other people out there that are career coaches. Is there a distinction between the two?
The difference, the textbook definition between a coach and a strategist is a coach asks insightful questions to guide the client into forming their own conclusion. Coaching is certainly a component of what I do, because the strategy portion would be cart before the horse. So
sure.
I ask my clients insightful questions and get to the root of why a certain path didn't work or isn't working. And my objective is I don't want the same problems to keep resurfacing. So I have to do that deep dive and figure that out. And then that once that's been resolved or figured out, like, okay, here are your options as I see them. Have you considered this? Or are you sure that what you think is a roadblock is really there, that there isn't just another little side path around there? And
Okay. So it is, it's interesting. You have a lot of contact with people now from the other side, in the sense that you're no longer working for the organization, you're working for the people. Power to the people. as I like to think of it. And so you probably come across a number of trends that people are exposed to in the workplace today. Things that, perhaps maybe 5-10 years ago they didn't see, but today, either it's something they need to learn or something that needs to change based on certain trends that are happening in the organization. Could you, did you have any insight into that as to certain trends you may be seeing based on your clientele?
I think there's just more, maybe it's most likely the square pegs I'm seeing anyway, so I get their perspective. But I'm hesitant to use the word workplace trend because organizations in general, they're very slow to change their processes that aren't working.
Okay.
So I think people quickly get tired of that, and there's more of an awakening. People want a sense of purpose. If they're going to be doing something for, say, 8 hours a day, I mean, should enjoy it, or it should be something you enjoy so much doesn't feel like work. So more and more people are reaching a certain point and they're asking, is this all there is? Can I be doing something else with my time and still making a good living at it? And I think more people are just waking up to that in general. Is like, does it really have to be this way?
Oh, okay. So you're saying that what you're observing is more people's response to what's happening in the workplace versus the workplace itself. So people are less satisfied with the status quo.
Correct.
And so they want to make their change and create their own path. That's
pretty much. And they don't necessarily know how to do that, or so often it might be a mindset change that I'm helping them make and work together.
Oh, okay. Do you have a favorite client that you'd like to tell us about? Obviously respecting privacy, but what was it that made it interesting to work with that client, and why is it that they kind of stick out in your mind?
My favorite clients in general are those that already have a creative spirit, or already have a volunteer or community mindset, because then that may actually be what is causing the shift in them to ask, is there more to this? So they're a lot more open to my suggestions, and a lot more receptive to feedback. They don't stick to their boxes and say, oh, I can't do that, or I'm this way, I'm that way, and that's not an option for me, and no, I can't try it. It's those who already have an open mind.
Absolutely. That makes sense. So you do have a specialty, as I've gone to your website, and I see that you primarily, or you've I guess established a niche market. And that's important in a business, that you have to, speak to a particular audience, because it just makes your life a lot easier. And then, you can choose, you choose your clientele, essentially. So I see that your niche is women over 35 who are, saying, I'm not sure what to do now. I want something more meaningful. But my hope is that we're actually dealing with a broad audience today. And so I guess my question to you would be, what do you have to offer, other groups as well, when they win the contest?
I get to the root of the problem. I can usually cut through the extraneous matter and figure out what's really going on. So you were asking me earlier, what should a woman under 35 say to me? She should say, well, I got lost early, or because I did my first career change at 32, and then my brain changed gears again in late 30s. So really, I split the difference. So
Sure, yes.
But it's territory I know well. And
okay.
A business coach that would call that an avatar, have an actual image in your mind of your ideal client. And
yes,
that's what emerged for me.
Okay. And I a couple of tidbits or snippets, I guess, pulling from your website. If someone is asking themselves, I'm not happy here anymore, what else can I do? If you're asking yourself, I need to go back to work, but I don't want to do what I did before. Or you're asking yourself, my work's not fulfilling anymore. What can I do that will make a difference? Or I want to switch from this profession to that profession, but I'm not sure I'll have the skills. Or you're asking yourself, I'd love to do this for a living, but I don't have the contacts and I'm not good for networking. And to me, when I look at that list, it certainly reaches a broad range of people. And I can understand, as a woman over 35 myself, yikes. This list certainly resonates with me, but I mean, I talk to a lot of different people, and I think that this list would resonate with a large group of people. So I would definitely suggest to people to sign up for the contest, and you will certainly be in good hands with Paula. And lastly, this is something that I ask all my guests, is what do you do for fun at work?
At work, well, my workspace is at Center for Social Innovation. So it's very, very good vibe, very positive environment. So there's lots of fun things to do there. So it's, lots of fun chit chat.
Responses I've had in the past is 5-minute dance breaks, dancing in the halls, ice cream, cake, lots of things. So I'm developing a list of how people have fun at work. And so I'm going to press you on this one, Paula. If you could, is there something, CSI, for those people who don't know, Center for Social Innovation, is a great organization based in Toronto. And what they do is they renovate old buildings and provide co-sharing workspaces for people. And so typically they're, nice character brick buildings. And so they do have funky office space inside. But is there anything you can share with us that they do there at 3 o'clock on a Friday afternoon that if you're not a member, you don't know?
There's always events going on there. So you pretty much just check your calendar, and any of the locations, you can go check that out. There's always people to chat with. I mean, you just made me think maybe I'll ask them to get a mini tramp at some of them. That might be a fun addition. But yes, there's
a mini what?
A mini trampoline. I just thought that might be a nice addition. But
that actually would be a great idea.
Somebody right now is pushing for an exercise bike that's connected to a blender. So conversation starter and food share, and well, make smoothies while exercising. And I mean, who knows? There's
you know what? They sound like far out ideas, but then when somebody does it and it's actually in the office and people are doing it, it's like, why didn't we do this before? So I welcome and embrace those ideas. So what is the best way for people to contact you?
The contact information is on my website, but my email is resume@paulacowan.com. And that's probably the best way. And also through my website, you can book a free 15-minute phone chat with me. There's a link through Calendly, and you can just pick whatever time slot suits you. And
okay, does LinkedIn work for you as well?
They can contact me there. There's I myself have they have technical difficulties now and then, so I usually do advise clients to take it off the platform as soon as possible. But yes, if you have the means to, LinkedIn messaging works as well.
Okay. So is there anything else that you would like to add?
I guess the key for whether you're career changing or just job searching in general is you have to stay visible. You can't just sit with your laptop and just send things out willy-nilly or email addresses. You have to actually be out in the community and talking to as many people as you can, and basically filtering through what connections are useful and what's maybe useful for referrals. whether you're self-employed, whether you're job searching. You have to go out and talk to people. That still is the best way to get the best results.
I would definitely agree. All right. Thank you so much for your time, Paula. Thank you for your patience with our little technical glitches there. And just a reminder, the survey contest ends November 27th. So go to the website, kwerks.com. I will put the link up in the notes post-production. But look out for us, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. We want to stay connected with you. So thank you for watching this at some point. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Alrighty, thanks a lot, Paula. And have a great day.
You too.
Okay then, thank you.